Hey everybody, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a game of craps in the Python language, killing two birds with a stone here because both of these are assignments. Now it did take me 20 minutes to actually write the code. I sped it up to 6, so it's probably going to be a bit difficult to explain very quickly. I'm sorry, but the script has a lot more stuff in it. The first thing to start off with is to import the SYS and random modules in the program. This ensures that we'll be able to simulate dice rolls in the game, as well as to have certain variables for the program. Once we start coding the game's introduction, we declare a variable to an input, can be anything, asking the player if he or she would want to start the game. To do this, you must create an if-else statement. This variable input is equal to no, the SYS imported module. You use the SYS imported module to close the program, else if not, the game will continue. For the next set of code, use the define function def and assign it to a dice number. Assign it to the dice number. Next, create an input function and then two variables, die1 and die2. Set both of these variables to the random function, the range going from 1 to 6 on both dice. Next, we create a function to get the sum of the die by using the def function to define a new function, dices. In the next line, set die1, die2 equal to the dices variable. Then declare a value variable and set it equal to a dice number variable and store that value into the two dice variable. We now need to use the sum function and value to find the sum of two outcomes. Declare a new variable and assign it to the sum value variable. Call the new variable sum of dices. We must now create an if-else statement where if sum of dices is 7 or 11, the next output by the program will tell the player that they have won. We will use the result function. Else, if the sum of dices does not end up with the numbers 7 or 11 and ends up with 2, 3, or 12, we use the result function to output a statement telling the player that they have lost. Any numbers not listed but formed by the die will be assigned to a point. In order to do this, we make an else statement which will result in an output of the program telling the player to continue. We then declare another variable to assign the sum of dice as a variable. We will call it current point. We're in the final stretch. I sped through the whole. That's bad. That's really bad. Because the game will continue if not scored a total of 2, 3, 7, 11, 12 on the first run, we'll need to simulate a loop until the outcome is win or lose. For this to happen, we make a while true function with the result output equal to the string continue your game, please. This will be what the program tells the player. The while true output will be valid until any of the following prerequisites are false or an expected outcome is met, which in this case will result in a win or lose situation. Create an if function that if the sum of dices is equal to the current point value, the resulting output will tell the player that they have won. Else, if the sum of dices is equal to 7, the resulting output will tell the player that they have lost. Once you've completed the code, run the following program and play. And at the end here, you'll see that I kind of made a little oopsies in some of the parts of the code. Had to run back and fix them, which, man, that frustrated me, but also scared me at the same time. But the code ends up being successful, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's an assignment in another course, so two birds with two stones, actually. I'll let you guys watch the rest while I think about some other projects.